Yep. I'm walking out into my workshop so I can show you guys what's going on with the storage solution stuff. Yeah, very low ceiling because that's actually my mobile workbench thing. Yeah, up above there, that's the mobile workbench. I've been real busy. That's the American way of saying it. Why did this thing stop? It's still recording, but I don't know. Maybe if I touch something. Oh, there we go. Alright, it's got a little screen on the side of the camera and it goes away for some reason. Piece of shit. Let me flip you guys around and show you what's going on. Right, I can't swap screens around from the front screen to the back screen while it's recording. Alright, you see a whole bunch of this wood. That was a futon type bed that someone chucked out on the side of the road the other day. So I picked it up, broke it all down into pieces and brought it in, and I'm sure I can make something out of that. It's just looks like pine, but I guess it could be, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it's just pine, but it looks nice. I can make something out of that. So here we have, there we have the dogs chasing squirrels. Those are the sides of the little boxes with the grooves cut into them for the bases and the dividers. And as you can see, and all the little fingers for the finger joints, and as you can see, there are 180 of those. These are the fronts and the backs. That would be the bottom, with the groove cut in for the bottom there, and all the finger joints. And then I have 90 hardboard sheets cut up into the correct size, which will be, oh wait, yeah, that's wrong. These are the bases for the drawers, the little boxes. And those are, so there's 90 of those, and then I've got a whole bunch, I don't know how many, whatever was left of the plywood that I had, that was for dividers. Let me just see. That's still working. Yes, it is. Good. You can hear the noise from outside here. That one, chasing squirrels up that tree and that tree. Yep. A mower that I've got to fix tomorrow with 2 weed eaters. Can maybe make 20-30 bucks out of that. Quite easy. You're making a noise. I'm trying to record videos inside here. Alright. Then, as I said, these are the bases that are going to go underneath each little box. Those are all the vertical dividers with their grooves cut into them, all the way down and up, both sides. And then the last 2 over there, you can see it's only got a groove on one side. That'll be the 2 outside pieces. And then that is going to be the big old backing plate that everything's going to attach to. It's cut to the right height, but the width I'm not sure, because trying to figure out one of those and then one of those hardboards and then one of those and one of the hard gives me a headache trying to count those. So I've made it a little bit longer than what I think it needs to be, and then I'll just cut it off. And then these 2 here, this is the top and the bottom of the cabinet that I'm making. So that's what I'm going to be doing in here. But before I can assemble, remember I said I need to make this is the first mock-up drawer that I made. If that drawer is tight inside this little hole, I can't get it pulled out. And I don't want to spend money and buy 90 handles or make 90 handles. So what I was thinking, instead of drilling a hole, which could be easier, but whatever's in this thing could fall out through the hole. What I'm going to do is make a half round cutout that I can just get a finger in, pull it out, and then I can lift it out and carry it around. So to do that, I did an experiment, and I would have showed you guys, but when I say the dog ate my homework, I mean it. Maggie chewed one piece and Sam chewed the other piece. I've got a Forstner bit set up in my drill press. I turn that and you can see. And that's 1 3/8 of an inch. So I don't know, 25 mils and another 10, 35 mil round Forstner bit that I'm going to drill. Where's these little bits and pieces here? So if I take 2 of these, here's what I'm planning. Make some space. If I take that one and that one, now that's the bottom and that's the top. So if I take 2 like that, mount them against each other, put them into a jig that holds those together like that, and then use the Forstner bit to drill a hole. If you're trying to drill just a half hole, it's going to want to push it out and it's going to wander around. But if I have those stuck together in a jig, I can drill a hole in there, take them out, and have 2 nice half holes, which will work great. So that's what my next step now is, to make a jig for making the holes in those. All right, hold on a sec. I'm going to stop you. Those 2, a piece of scrap wood, put them there together. I've got this strip of offcut, which is 1 3/8 of an inch. So if I want to measure that to there, close enough, 9 inches. I'll make that 9 inches there, and 9 inches there. I've got to cut those off. I'm not going to start up a saw for that. I'm just going to cut them by hand. Cut them by hand. Let's see if we can put you here somewhere. You see? Okay. I'll put that in like that. I'm not going to kick you in the belly. I'm going to leave the saw there because I'm going to cut some more in a few seconds. Put you back up here, turn the viewfinder on. There we go. So now the plan is to put those 2 pieces like that, so that they hold those 2 pieces together. And then I'll cut 2 shorter pieces once I've screwed these down. Now that is 1/2 inch, and that is 1/2 inch, so that should be 1 inch. I don't have, I think that my screws are going to be too long, they're going to want to go through. Let me see if I've got something thicker. don't have anything thicker, but this old piece of scrap hardboard will do. Left over from something else. It's just to catch the screws so they don't go into my workbench. If you get bored, just, I don't know, have a brandy. Screws and a driver. See why I'm making this? I have a coffee-mate coffee creamer can. Keep these screws in. Not ideal. I mean, it works, but I prefer to have something that is better. Yep, that's alright, just pulling out of the hardboard there. So now that one needs to be there. Get these things in relatively tight, maybe just a little bit of a spacer just so that they're not super tight. If anything was bad on my measuring and one is bigger than the other, let's get a spacer. Spacers. Old credit cards, debit cards, membership cards to the AA, whatever. That'll be more than enough spacing. Space that up like that. Bam. Bam. Great machine. Yeah. Immigrant from Canada bought this for me. Been working for 5 years. Works really great. So now we take the spacers out and yeah, that's lekker. That's lekker. I'll keep these because now that space in there is exactly 8 inches, but I'll make it a little bit shorter. Let's go back over there. Anything? Too much? Oh god. Alright, move this all out of the way. I said 8 inches, but we're going to be just a shade under because we don't need it to be super tight. Just to hold it in place. Hold je eers. Ons gaan nou saag. In the right place there. Alright, so that one and that one, they do need to be square on the two blockies over there. So we'll put Scoopy in there. And make sure that it's perfect. That's perfect. And when I'm done with this jig, I'll take it apart, take the screws out, put them back in there because we don't waste. Now I'll put some spacers in again. High-tech, super expensive spacers these. You can't just buy these at Walmart. Alright, screw. Yep, that's tight. So that lifts out. That lifts out. So they go in real easy. Bam. So now that's going to go in the drill press. I'll figure out a way to line it up so that it clamps down, and then every time I drill would automatically be in the middle, because I've got to do 90, but I'm doing 2 at once, so I've got to do 45. That's going to take a while. So I'll be back. Okay. I got this jig set up with clamps on the drill press. I've got it squared up exactly where I want it to be. Now we're going to find out if it works. Hold tight. Sorry about the noise. You work with this MDF super wood and it just makes fluff everywhere. So I think what I need to do, take them out and flip them over and try again. And if my jig's right, they'll be in the middle. I think it's working. A little bit of fluff left inside there, but I'll just trim that out with a knife and a file. Then I think we'll be real good. So I'll be back. I've got another 44 of these to do. Yeah, it's boring. Right, time to pack up and close up, because as you can see it is pitch dark outside. Mrs. Zog just called me in for supper. Had an awesome piece of pork roast that she did beautifully with some in the oven. Time to switch off the lights. Oh, drill press light needs to go off. Switch off all the lights, go inside and see if I can figure out how to edit these videos. Wish me luck.